Released in the year 2000, WWF Royal Rumble was one of just 2 WWF games to release on the SEGA Dreamcast. Developed by Ukes using the same engine used in the PlayStation SmackDown series, SEGA fans hoped that Royal Rumble would give Dreamcast players a title that offered up a similar experience and was packed full of all the game modes and match types seen in the SmackDown games. Unfortunately, for anyone that played the game, that's not quite what we got. Whilst Royal Rumble may look like the early SmackDown games due to the game using the same engine and offering up the same fast-paced gameplay, that's pretty much where the similarities end, as Royal Rumble offered just 2 game modes, one-on-one exhibition, or, you guessed it, the Royal Rumble. The reason for this bare bones approach is that rather than being a full-blown console game like the SmackDown series, Royal Rumble was actually developed for arcades as part of a publishing deal with SEGA. Due to this, the Creation Suite, Season Mode and all the other features seen in the SmackDown series were stripped out, leaving just the 2 options of one-on-one exhibition or Royal Rumble. Also stripped back was the amount of superstars who were featured in the game, as despite releasing just a few months after WWF SmackDown 2, which featured a total of 66 superstars, WWF Royal Rumble featured just 21, 2 of which had to be unlocked. Now, you're probably thinking, hold on a minute, doesn't the Royal Rumble feature 30 superstars? And if you're thinking that, then you're absolutely right. Despite the Royal Rumble being known for having 30 competitors, and the game being named after and themed after the Royal Rumble, the game's biggest downfall was the fact that the game didn't have enough superstars to fill out a 30-man Royal Rumble. Due to this, playing a Royal Rumble match would constantly see the same superstars re-entering the ring after being eliminated, not to mention multiple versions of the same superstar in the ring at the same time. Despite its limitations, one thing Royal Rumble did do that set it apart from other wrestling games was its ability to feature up to 9 superstars on screen at a time, a feature that was perfect for the Royal Rumble match, as having 9 stars all battling it out at the same time led to lots of frantic fun as you tried your best to survive. As a kid, having 9 superstars on screen at the same time was awesome. However, looking back at it, having 9 superstars in the ring at the same time was actually a lot more problematic than I remember, due to the ring quickly filling up and superstars constantly bumping into each other and switching targets, which is probably why we've not seen this many stars on screen since. As for how the Royal Rumble match worked, players had to eliminate 30 opponents before the timer ran out, with each elimination adding extra time to the clock. Reaching the goal of 30 eliminations would end the match and unlock Shane McMahon as a playable character. Switching over to Exhibition Mode, rather than a single one-on-one contest, Exhibition Mode was actually a challenge mode that tasked players with running a 10-man gauntlet. After selecting who you wanted to play as, players had to choose a second player who would act as a manager and who could be called into the ring during matches to give a helping hand. Calling in your partner was done by pressing one of 3 button combinations that was shown on screen, which would then see them rush into the ring and perform either a signature move or team up for a tag team move, with the move used depending on the option that you chose during selection. Each match of the gauntlet would feature a random opponent, which you would have to beat via pinfall or knockout within a 3-minute time limit in order to progress to the next. Should the timer run out, or should you be defeated, then this would lead to a continue screen where you could choose to continue the match as many times as you liked. However, if you're playing in an arcade, then you would have to insert more money to do so. With 1 minute left on the timer, there was also a chance of an alien abduction taking place, in which the lights would flash and then go out, and you would randomly be transported to one of several backstage areas to complete the match. These areas included the boiler room, the entranceway, and an outside street, which was complete with passing cars. The final stage of the gauntlet would see you face off against Vince McMahon himself, which, if you were able to defeat him, would unlock Vince for use in exhibition matches, taking the total number of stars available to 21. In terms of secrets, there's not much to cover with this being an arcade game. However, one helpful cheat comes when attacking the referee, as should you knock the referee out, and this will give you a short window to use as many partner moves as you like without having to wait for them to regenerate. Should you find yourself in the backstage hallway following an alien abduction, then you can Irish whip your opponent into the soda machine to reveal a soda can, which you can then use as a weapon. Staying with the soda can, it's also possible to get this at ringside when using the partner moves and having a weapon thrown in, as there's a small chance of them throwing in a can, which the character will then drink. Keeping a lookout during the game's end credits, there's also 2 names that you might recognise, the first being senior tester Corey Ledesma, who would go on to become WWE Games executive producer until 2014. The second name of note is Yuke's production coordinator Hiromi Furuta, who is now Yuke's senior vice president. Aside from a few options that let players change the difficulty or the amount of eliminations required in the Royal Rumble, there wasn't really anything else on offer. As an arcade title in an arcade, WWF Royal Rumble was a fun, challenging experience due to the short time spent playing. However, as a console release, the game was very lackluster, especially for fans who picked it up expecting this to be Dreamcast's answer to the SmackDown series. In short, the ability to have 9 players on screen was a great achievement for its time and fun experience, but the limited modes, the roster, and the fact that the game didn't include enough stars for a 30-man Royal Rumble, despite being named and themed after the event itself, felt like a self-elimination. So there you go, and that's a look back at WWF Royal Rumble for the SEGA Dreamcast. What do you think of the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications for more look-backs, secrets, news, and all kinds of wrestling game goodness. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.